biological engineering from Bangladesh, and I graduated in 2013. So after I graduated, I actually joined my undergrad university as a lecturer, and
Okay.
I spent 2 years there. After that, I came to US for my master's at University of North Dakota, and there although my master's was in mechanical engineering, I directly worked in a aerospace project. So that was under Azure US, and I worked with the automatic dependent surveillance broadcast message anomalies and some kind of performance evaluation to use that in unmanned aircraft system, because ADSB certification is right now is for the manned aircraft system. So we wanted to understand what the performance requirement, the equivalent level of safety need to be provided for the unmanned aircraft system. And as I graduated in 2017, I actually took a break because at the time my husband was doing his master's in Australia. So I actually moved to Australia for 1 year. And then we both came to US for our PhD. So right now I'm doing my PhD basically on aerospace engineering. And my research topic is human-computer interaction for unmanned aircraft system. And more specifically, I am developing pilot behavioral modeling for the US pilot in terms of low altitude operations. So right now we have one or two US pilot models. So there is a lot of pilot model for the manned aircraft system, but since US is introducing it's like actually taking is integrating right now in the national airspace. So there is not much pilot model for the unmanned aircraft system. How like the for the pilot?
You're saying unmanned aircraft?
Yeah, unmanned aircraft.
Like a drone or something?
Yes, drone. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm working on the pilot behavioral modeling. So at this process, my first stage was to develop. So my specific application would be the low altitude operation. So for in the urban area, there are wind effect mostly while operating in the low altitude airspace. So my target was to incorporate a wind model in a graphical user interface. So right now, if you see any off-the-shelf drone or any open source ground controller mission planner, you won't see any wind information integrated. I mean, in terms of a probabilistic or predictive model. So my task is to incorporate the predictive wind value and see how providing the predictive wind value and how providing a predictive gust information and providing the changed trajectory. So when we have like a change trajectory in terms of the planned trajectory, change pilot perception of like operating the drone. So after that, my second task was to like model human pilot interaction. Yeah.
So when you do this, are you using some kind of a simulator, or you are doing an actual?
No, so right now for our project we're using Cube Ground Control Mission Planner. So that's open source mission planner.
Okay.
And we are overlaying the predictive wind information. So the predictive wind information will come from the simulator. So the simulator is actually it's written on the PixUp. So right now PixUp doesn't have the wind information or any predictive model incorporated. So we are actually using PixUp and Gazebo simulator to incorporate the predictive wind model and then show the changed trajectory in our Cube Ground Control graphical user interface. So I'm developing the graphical user interface for the pilot experiment and human in the loop experiment, and then we'll have some kind of integration for autopilot and the pilot. So this will be in the shared control concept. So
okay, do you? Yeah, I understand now. I understand your research now. So let me ask you: do you know when are you planning to graduate?
Yeah, so I'm actually it's like 1.5 years to my PhD. So
okay, so you have long way to go.
I have time, but I think I have a pretty solid idea what I'm gonna do for in terms of my PhD, and I'm in good standing in my like understanding or preparing the basic of the base of my PhD. But I'm targeting like fall 22.
Okay.
Summer 22, yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are definitely not in rush. Like I speak to a lot of students, and they are like, we are graduating next semester or something.
Hmm.
Okay, good. So let me ask you this question:
Hmm.
what is your long-term goal? Like, what are you thinking now? Do you want to? Are you planning to stay in US, or you are planning to go back to your home country, or what is the planning as of now?
As of now, I'd like to stay in US for at least for some like 7 or 8 years. Just I want to like more like involve in an industry
Uh-huh.
because right now I have all the experience in terms of academia. So I'd like to start my transition to industry,
Is
and
that what
then
your plan is? That you want to
yeah,
work for industry rather
yeah,
than going to academics?
that's what I
Okay.
that's what I think right now. Yeah.
Okay. And but is it like you're open to, if you get a good chance to go to academics, you can probably try that too, or you're more inclined toward industry?
I'm more inclined towards industry, but given the situation of
Right.
international student, if I have to switch to like for like certain period of time, I have to go to academia. I think I'll take that.
Okay. So, Asma, a couple of things I want to tell
Yeah.
you. I think your research is very well sought out, in my opinion, and it has its own, um, I would say, uh, there are goods and bads in it. Okay, the good I would say is it's a very strategic, demanded by military, by defense, and all those people, right? As you know,
Mm-hmm.
the downside of it is uh, whether you can work for them or not, right? So
Uh,
you what I'm trying to tell you is my personal advice to you would be, is if you are planning to stay in US,
mm-hmm.
okay, and you said your spouse is also here, right, with you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure he wants to work here too, and you guys both are
Yeah.
want to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
My strong advice to you is, I think you should start applying for your immigration
Okay.
right
Mm-hmm.
away, right away.
Right away.
So right away, don't wait. And the reason I say so is, check with a lawyer
Mm-hmm.
and ask them that we are from Bangladesh,
Mm-hmm.
and can we apply for an IW category or so?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible? I am not an immigration lawyer, so I cannot advise you much, but I know like few of students who I have advised are
Mm-hmm.
from Nigeria, from Iran, and
Mm-hmm.
so forth. In previously, they did the same thing,
Okay.
and it's very different that this works
Mm-hmm.
compared to students who are from India or China.
Okay.
It's very different. So don't compare yourself with students from those countries.
Okay.
Uh, Again, as I said, check with the lawyer. I'm not an immigration lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
He or she can guide you better to find a good immigration lawyer and
Mm-hmm.
ask them that, can we, as a
Mm-hmm.
Bangladeshi citizen, can apply for an IW right now?
Mm-hmm.
And if the lawyer says yes, go for it right away. And the reason I say so is because by the time you will graduate,
Mm-hmm.
it is possible that you will have your green card in your hand, and that will make your life much easier,
Easier. Yeah.
a lot easier. And as I said, don't think that is not important. This is very, very important, more than publishing papers as of now,
Okay. Okay.
because you don't want to be in the situation where many of the students are,
Mm-hmm.
that they have really good record, they know a lot, and they can't find a job because
Mm-hmm.
of the sponsorship issue.
Yeah, I see them. I mean, I have some friends, so I actually see them. That's why I wanted to start off early so that I have a head start with
As I
that.
said, start it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't trust me, don't wait.
Okay.
And especially, if you have opportunity to do it, there is no point in waiting. Even
Yep.
though,
You're right.
if let's say you probably will be able to spend few 4 or 5 thousand dollars, it's worth
Mm-hmm.
spending. Actually, I was speaking last 2 days back, I was speaking to a girl from Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
and she came here as undergrad. Now she's doing her PhD, and uh, our discussion was on immigration, not about the work, because as I said, that was so important as of now, that one need to do it. And if you are able to do it, do it. I was not able to do it. I couldn't do it. I had to wait. But if, and at that time, 10 years back, I think I didn't have that much, to be honest. I didn't have that much vision. But my advice to anybody right now is this, because the immigration has gone south right now. So one has to really think about that. And as I said, if there is a chance for you to do it, and if that's what you are planning, that's what I asked you, what your plans are. If you would have told me, I probably will finish my degree and I'm planning to move Australia, or I want to go back to Bangladesh, then I wouldn't say that thing. I would probably discuss with you more about what work you are doing and how you can make it better and all that. Right. So that's number one. And because there's a video I posted, actually, I interviewed a manager from Lockheed. He's responsible for a lot of hirings, and you can watch it. There is I think you can skip if you don't want, go directly to, like, I don't know, minute 19 minutes or something, where he's talking about what he thinks about when he hires people, how he hires, and so forth. So you can get a very good idea what he's talking about. And one of the things he's talking about is international student. I asked him, like, I get a lot of questions from international student, can we work for Lockheed? And so why he thinks that you can't work. And one of the reason was, you are not US citizen.
Yeah.
And trust me, your work is gonna give you, if you are not in that category, your work could become a problem for you. Could. I'm not saying it will, but could. Because, here's the thing. You're doing such a good work in the area what you want to work on, and probably you really like that work. And if because of your status of your immigration, you're not able to do it, you won't enjoy it, or you won't like it, right?
Yeah.
So, and as I said, it is possible, but you need to act on right away. That's one thing. Second thing is, I would say, is make sure you keep your eyes on what's going on with the electric aircraft development, or the companies who works on electric aircrafts. There's a lot of work is going on in that area too, where a lot of these companies are working on those sort of things. They're startups sometimes not, but that is one of the area that you should look for it. And here's another question. Let's say the lawyer comes and he says, sorry, you can't apply now. Okay, let's say he comes with this. You can't apply now, you're not eligible, or you have to wait until you graduate, and so forth. I would definitely think about what I can do now so that I can able to find a job based on what I have learned, what the knowledge. So keep that in your mind, because here's the thing. Let me tell you very honestly. Let's say if you graduate and you don't have a right immigration status, and you apply for companies who don't hire international students, that means you are gone, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you apply for Intel. So my question to you would be, do you have what is the skill set that Intel needs, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't, then you are not eligible for them also.
Yeah.
And that's where I think a smart person like you should be thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was actually planning to ask you, that how can I like transfer my like, so what what am I learning? So I am actually working on like open source software development, although I'm an aerospace engineer. And also like I am developing some controllers. So that is a control system aspect. So how can I like show that this is the actually my basic skill set? I can apply it in aerospace as well as in the robotics industry. So
Right.
my personal project actually is it like, that's my question, is it like a, should
So,
I?
so I would say, as I said, you have a long way to go, and hopefully by the time everything will be fine, things will not be in that turmoil and all that, and COVID will be gone, and things will be okay. But definitely, as I said, other industry that you can apply for are companies who develop commercial robots
Yeah.
for commercial purposes, like companies like Romba who makes vacuum, or
Yeah.
companies like anyone small.
Mhm.
But if you look at even the robotics companies like General Atomics and all those companies, and some companies, they have a big contract with DoDs and Department of
Mm.
Defense, and
Yeah.
again you will be stuck with that problem, right? So as I said, then it's very easy for you to figure it out. Okay, here's the list of 20 companies in my area of work who employ international students.
Mhm.
Very simple.
Okay.
Trust me, when I graduated from my PhD, I was
Mm.
not able to find anyone, right? So what did I do then? And a lot of time I give in my videos, I give my examples and what I have seen, and I
Mhm.
don't think it's that far away. With
Mhm.
even for today, it still resonates actually. What happened is the things become more worse in terms
Yep.
of immigration. But
True.
even then, over there, 10 years back, the things were like that same. They were not very different. It was not like, oh, you graduated from your PhD, here is a job for you, because my area was not like that. But even today, I
Mhm.
know many people, international students who have graduated from PhD
Mhm.
and have found a job in Intel.
Okay.
My cousin actually, she found a job last year in Intel.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is, but that's her work, or these people worked in a material science, engineering, and a very basic back, and their skill set was very different.
Okay.
But my skill set was not. My skill set was completely, I was working on automotive projects, and the housing market crashed, the whole automotive industry tanked down, and
Mhm.
it was a disaster. um, so again, that's what I am trying to, my advice to you would be, and I'm glad that you have time, but just think that, and it's very easy to draw down the list of companies and things like that, and also make sure that it doesn't distract you much with what your work is.
Mhm.
But just keep that in your mind, that the only way, what you are currently working on, and the companies who will be interested in your work,
Mhm.
what you're working on, will be the companies who will require some, who will definitely not
Very-
sponsor you and require, yeah. So just as I said, just keep that in your mind, and work towards that. And if it doesn't work out, churn out a plan B or plan C. Say that, okay, if this doesn't work out, this is my plan B
Mhm.
or plan C, and that's how I'm going to move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. But as I
Yes.
said,
So,
I think as far as your work is concerned, I think it's a good, fantastic work. But um, yeah, as I said, and it just not you. A lot of students that I have spoken, especially in the area of aerospace. There is a guy actually I was speaking this morning,
Mhm.
he is from Concordia University
Mhm.
from Montreal.
Not sure. Yeah.
Same thing he was saying. He cannot find a job for 6 months now, and he's at home, and he was asking advice to me.
Yeah.
He's a master student, but his background was all aerospace and all that. So, and there were a lot of students who had aerospace background and had similar questions to me. So in your case, I would say you have 2-3 years to go. you
Mhm.
know I would say just figure it out the time, because by the end you will be working on your thesis, finding a job and all that. This could be tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, like looked into like NIW green card, but I'm not sure how much eligible my profile is. So I think I can start off just talking to a lawyer. That would be maybe the best starting point, right? Like,
Yeah, because what I can tell you for sure, for NIW or something, they're gonna ask you, do you have publication, do you have reference and all that. So you had to get reference from your advisor and somebody else, and publish papers, citations. So they say, even for NIW, do you have published some work? So if they ask you that,
mhm.
like, even after I want to apply after 1 year, what I need to do, because you have time.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I'm saying. So try to gather. So I'm not saying like, go and apply today,
Mhm.
tomorrow. If lawyer says you can't apply today, you can say, okay, how about 6 months, and what I need to do? Tell me that. Tell me. Don't tell me how I cannot. Tell me how I can and what I need to do. Because trust me, this is how it is. You can apply. I know people have applied, and I know people from Bangladesh has applied who are doing PhD. I know them right now. So tell me how to do it. If you say that I am not, this is not the right time. Okay, how about 6 months and what I need to do, and work on that,
Right.
right? So and it will be worked out. Trust me. And because I see that's the only way things are going to be okay. Because I don't know is after 1 year or so they're going to change another policy. That is the thing.
Yeah.
But trust me, many people say, let me tell you another thing. Many people say, oh, immigration system has gone bad and all that. Trust me, the immigration system has gone bad for many people, but it has gone really good for people who have advanced degree.
Mhm.
Yeah, it has not gone bad for them. It has gone bad for master's student. It has
Mhm.
gone bad for people who used to come here on some fraud visa. It has gone bad for a lot of people. But if you are skilled,
Mhm.
it has not gone bad for you. Even for H1B visas, now they are working on not lottery based but skill based. So that means it's the same thing. If you have an advanced STEM degree, you will get H1 first, the masters will get later. So you will still be in better position. So I don't think immigration system will go and is bad for people who have advanced degree. Don't think that. The only thing is that because of this nonsense, what is going on right now is just become stuck. But if you have a PhD, trust me, you are on the line first. That's always the case. It has gone bad for people who are coming from outside, probably illegal, or probably they are coming here, have no degree or very less degrees, or some, but some degree that is